Everybody wants growth, but nobody wants to change their environment. What's up with the what's ups? Prayers and blessings. Everybody wants growth, but nobody wants to change their environment. What are you normalizing? What are you making normal? And when I say change your environment, I don't mean you got to pack your bags and move away. If you normalizing gossip, then gossip is your environment. If you normalizing discipline, then discipline is a part of your environment. It's the conversations you have, just the rooms that you'll be in. That's your environment. I don't want to get it misconstrued that you got to pack and move out of the state, that you got to move somewhere else in order to change your environment. And a lot of times when you change your environment, right, like I say, everybody wants growth, but nobody wants to change their environment. Growth and changing your environment is going to irritate a lot of people. It's going to irritate them because they already comfortable with who you are. In their mind, they're going to be like, oh, you think he better? She thinks she better because she's switching up, she's changing up. But it's supposed to irritate them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to. I don't want to say it's supposed to, but it's inevitable. When you start moving differently and changing your environment to the way that you want to better yourself. You dig me? See, a lot of us, we ask God for elevation, right? But you got to stop asking God for elevation while you're protecting the same environment and the same distractions that's keeping you where you at. If you're protecting that nonsense, and it's only nonsense if you feel like that you're dealing with something that you don't want to deal with, and you stuck in the rut and wonder where you at. It's nonsense all day long. But changing your environment is just changing the rooms that you sit in, the people that you be around, the conversations that you normalizing. I wrote 2 questions down right here, right? That I think is beneficial. One of them is, what are you normalizing? What is it that you are normalizing? That you making it just regular? Are you normalizing the distractions? Are you normalizing the pettiness of life? Are you normalizing gossip? Are you normalizing catering to someone that doesn't cater back? Are you normalizing being in an unhealthy position in your life and you know it's unhealthy, but you've been doing it so long that you feel like it's okay? Ask yourself on a serious tip, you know what I mean? Pull yourself to the side and ask yourself, damn, what am I normalizing? And when you analyze your life and the things that you're making normal and you know it ain't right, it's time for you to fix it. It's time for you to adjust your life. It's time for you to grow. And growth is going to be uncomfortable, but that's all right. Like I said, growth is always going to irritate the people who's comfortable. The people on the outside of you who is comfortable with the person that you are. When you start growing and you stop taking the nonsense and you stop going to places that they normally looking for you to be at, when you stop responding the way they think you're going to respond and let them know that you're not going to put up with the nonsense, it's going to irritate them. But guess what? That's not your burden to carry. That is not your burden to carry. See, people who want growth but don't want to change their environment, they stuck, right? They're stuck in they're scared of relocation, right? But it's not so much of relocating, it's recalibrating. You got to recalibrate your system in order for you to get something else out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to get another boost, another push forward, another chance at life, because you want it. It's not saying that you don't want nothing different for yourself. You want it. You just hesitant. You just in a space with yourself where as though you keep giving people access to you. You're in an environment, right, that you're allowing people to have access to you that should not. They keep getting off the access road to you. You got to put a detour, send them a different route. Like, no, only because it's beneficial to you. At the end of the day, beginning of the day, the middle of the day, I don't care what time of the day it is, self-preservation and you come first. There's a difference in selfish and self-preservation. True indeed, share and share alike. But when it comes to changing your environment of the people that will be around you, the conversations that are being said, you know what I'm saying, and you being successful and growing and being happiness and peace and all that, you got to come first. Seriously. I don't care who it is. Nothing should destroy your peace, and you have to protect it. Stop protecting the comfortable things that you're normalizing, that you're allowing to go forward, because it's damaging to who you are. It's damaging to who you are right now, and it's damaging to who you're becoming in the future. You can't get further like that due to the fact that you're normalizing it. You are making yourself think it's okay to be where you at. You're making yourself think it's okay to be around these people. And they're so used to normalizing things that it's one big pot. It's one big heap of pot of people who are okay with mediocrity. It's nothing thorough about that. There's no growth in that. Now you can't say, you can say that some people move away to different states and all that, and counties and countries and all that, and they better themselves, true indeed. But you don't necessarily have to move away out of your city and all that in order to change your environment for growth. You're just changing your way of action. You're just changing the way that you perceive certain things, and you're not allowing people to have access to you. You don't want you don't want to. You wouldn't sit back, right, and allowed your child to go somewhere where a bunch of nonsense is having access to them and it's damaging them. You are the controller of that. You can say, nah, you ain't going over there, you going here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in this school, not that school, or whatever the case may be that you have control of. So if you got control over yourself, why you keep putting yourself in environments that's damaging to who you are? And it's not becoming of the person that you want to be. You're giving too much access to the wrong people. This other question that I got for you to fall back and ask yourself is your environment challenging you or controlling you? Is your environment challenging you or is it controlling you? Do the people in your environment challenge you to do better? Do they sit back and when you have a conversation with them, y'all having a real conversation, and you telling them, man, I can't wait till XYZ, or I wish these things would take place, and they know that you have to control the step forward Or they asking you, you know what I'm saying, why aren't you doing these things? Why aren't you taking advantage of the opportunities you have to become better? Or they blowing that conversation off and letting it go right out the window. Or they not, or they just, because if they're comfortable with the access you're giving them, and they're comfortable in the place that they're in a stabilized place of nothing, then they ain't challenging you either. They comfortable with you being, with your misery. Because they hear what coming out your mouth. They hear what you saying. They comfortable with you being stagnant. They comfortable with the backwards of life that you're living. Only person really ain't comfortable with it is you. But you keep giving access to people that ain't going nowhere. You keep indulging in unnecessary environments. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be solo. It's okay to level up. It's okay to elevate. It's okay to have more than what you have now. It's hip to be square. It's fine. It's okay with you saying no because you want more for you. It's okay for you to make a detour. It's okay for you to walk past them old friends and speak and keep it pushing, because where you're heading is different. It's going to be uncomfortable for them. And it's going to irritate them because they can't fathom the place that you're headed. They don't understand where you're going. They don't understand your mission. They don't understand your wants. They can't fathom the things that you're trying to obtain in life. But that's not your burden to carry. You can't keep putting yourself in places because it's comfortable to somebody else, because you don't want to rattle their feathers doing something for you. A lot of us get stuck doing things we don't want to do because we don't want to make our friends uncomfortable. We don't want our friends to be thinking that we all that and we brand new. That's not your burden to carry. You carrying the burden of comfortability and being in a place where you don't want to be in life, all because you normalizing nonsense. And you know better. That's the ill fact. You know better. And you ain't even happy with yourself. But you too worried about unnormalizing things and, and rattling some feathers, that you sitting in this comfortability. Change your environment. Grow. It's conducive to the person that you want to see in the future. It's the blessing that you've been praying for. It's the blessing to your babies. Because when you change your environment, the conversations, the people, yes, the rooms that you enter, you open up doors for your babies. But it's your decision. It's a decision that's left up to you to make. Nobody can't make that decision for you. Change it. I'm just saying, it's very easy, because you know why it's very easy? The same way somebody could do you negatively and you say F them and walk off, stop doing yourself negatively. Say F you to the old you and walk off. Hello to the new person, the new environment that you put yourself in. Have some new, different conversations. Intervene with people that have things going on in life that you're trying to obtain. It's all in your hands. I'm just saying. It's up to you, and it's your decision. Everybody want growth. Nobody want to change the environment. I'm just saying. Holla at your boy. Yeah.